Hello everyone, in this video we'll take a look at the k nearest neighbor classifications with the help of an example. So let's say we have 5 flowers, we have measured their petals and sepals, the width of the petals and the sepals, and we have also noted the species that those 5 samples belong to. Okay, so now for example, the first sample that is labeled as A has the following measurements and it belongs to the species Setosa. Sample B has the measurements given and it belongs to the species also Setosa. Sample C has the given measurements and belongs to the species versicolor, and sample D has the measurements given as on the screen and it belongs to the species versicolor again, and sample E has some measurements that you can see on the screen and belongs to the species virginica. Now when we are given a new sample flower, okay, and we have measured the petal width and sepal width as, let's say the petal width is measured as 1.4 centimeter and sepal width has been measured as, let's say 3.2 centimeter, then which species does that flower belong to is what we have to guess or predict. So for that we'll first calculate the Euclidean distance. Now the formula for Euclidean distance between points A and B is to take the difference of the x coordinates of both the points and square them, y coordinates and square them, and take the square root. So let's call the unknown point as 1.4, 3.2, let's call it as u. Now distance of u from the sample A is 1.4 minus 0.2 square plus 3.2 minus 3.5 square. So these are based on the measurements that we had already taken. So we'll calculate the distance of this unknown or unseen sample u from every existing data point from A to E. Okay, so the distance of u from C. This can also be generalized to more than 2 dimensions or more than 2 attributes as well. Here we have only 2 attributes, so we have only considered x and y. But as we'll discuss in future videos, it leads to a certain problem called curse of dimensionality when the dimensions increase too much. So for now we have calculated all the 5 distances. Now let's sort by distance all the points, all the distances. So C is closest to U, okay, and it belongs to the species versicolor. E is the next closest, it belongs to the species virginica. G is the next closest and it belongs to the species also versicolor, right? And next closest point is B and it belongs to the species Setosa, and A is the farthest one and it also belongs to the species Setosa. Now we'll take a value of K, that is how many neighbors, how many ranks. So in this case we'll take top 3. So top 3 closest neighbors or nearest neighbors. So that's where the name k nearest neighbor comes from. So we take the top 3 nearest neighbors and we see that of these top 3, versicolor is 2 and virginica is 1. So we'll say that the unknown sample belongs to versicolor species. Thanks for watching.